In this video, we're going to review how to use proportions to solve map and drawing problems. The steps to solving map and drawing problems with a proportion are to first find the scale. Your drawing should have a scale. It's often at the top or the bottom. Here it is. Our scale is that 2 inches equals 10 feet. Now, the key is to recognize that that can be expressed as a ratio. 2/10. It's inches on top, 2 inches, feet on the bottom. It's important for us to keep track of the units. Let's set up the other side of our proportion. Let's say that we want to know what the width of the kitchen is in real life, the actual width of this kitchen if it was built. We know that on the drawing, it's 3 inches. This is our unknown, the number of feet. So we put an X there. Then we cross multiply. 2 times X is equal to 3 times 10. That's 30. Then we divide both sides by 2. Because we're trying to cancel this 2 out, we're dividing by what X is being multiplied by. That leaves us with X is equal to 30 divided by 2, which is 15. And that is 15 feet. If we built the house that's drawn here with this scale, the kitchen would be 15 feet wide. All right, we're going to take a look at some more examples here. Given the dimension on the drawing, what is the actual width of the study? So we have the same house here, but now we're being given the width of the study as 1.5 inches, and we have our scale down here. Scale 2 inches equals 10 feet. Okay, so let's set up our scale again as a ratio. This time I'm going to do it the other way, just to show you that it doesn't matter. We can put feet on the top. 10 feet to 2 inches. Now let's set up the other side of our proportion. Now the reason that I'm labeling the feet in the inches is that we put this 1.5 in the right place. We want to put that on the bottom of this ratio because that's where the inches go. The thing we're trying to find is up here, the number of feet that the actual study would be. Now we cross multiply. 2 times X, 2X is equal to 10 times 1.5. You can use your calculator and multiply that if you like. That is equal to 15. Now, just as we did a moment ago, we're going to divide both sides by 2. Because X is being multiplied by 2, we want to cancel that out. And X is going to be equal to 15 divided by 2, which is 7.5. Once again, that is feet, because we were solving for the number of feet. Okay, let's take a look at our next example. If you measured the distance between the cities on the map, what would the measurement be in inches? So here we have more of a map situation. We've got 2 cities. It says that the distance is 246 miles. And we have the scale. So you might notice in this case, we're sort of doing the opposite. We're trying to figure out what the distance is on paper. So the process is exactly the same, though. We are going to start out with our scale. 1 inch, 30 miles in this case. 1 inch, and this is miles. We set up our proportion. The other side, we know the number of miles is 246 from our drawing, from our map. And what we don't know is how many inches that is. So you can see that this sets up to be very similar. 30 times X is 30X. And that is equal to 1 times 246. That is 246, because multiplying something by 1 doesn't change anything. Now we're going to divide both sides by what X is being multiplied by. That is 30. That's going to cancel this out and leave us with x is equal to 246 divided by 30. Use your calculator and you should get 8.2. Now, in this case, this is the number of inches that we would measure on the paper. All right, I've got one more example for you. In this case, there's going to be no drawing. There doesn't need to be a drawing for this kind of problem. They can describe the situation to us. You need to draw a scaled drawing of a patio with a scale of 0.25 inches equals 1 foot. So here's our scale. Now notice it involves a decimal this time, but that's okay. That really doesn't change anything. Let's set that up. 0.25 over 1. And this is inches, and this is feet. We set up the other side. If the patio will be 15 feet long, how long will it be on the drawing? So we know the number of feet. What we don't know is the number of inches on the drawing. So let's cross multiply. 1 times x, well, that's just x. And on the other side, I'm going to represent this way, 0.25 times 15. So we multiply those and we get x is equal to 3.75, and that is in inches. So hopefully that helps you understand how you can use proportions to solve these kind of map or drawing problems. Now it's time for you to do some practice on your own. Good luck.